What's up, people? This is Mitsu, and this is a new series that I have decided to do as a lame excuse to play my old Xbox games and perhaps even Xbox 360 games. Early ones, of course, but hopefully that may change with PS3, hopefully coming soon. But, you know, one thing that I really do wish about Xbox Live Arcade is that they just had more classic games. Classic being maybe some Resident Evils, such as 3, or maybe all of them. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. You know, Xbox Live Arcade is awesome. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But I just wish I had more classic games. I look at PSN Network. You know, one of my buddies has it, and whenever I go over his house, if we end up playing PS3 or watching Arrested Development or some show, whatever, there's just classics all over the place, and that's just one thing I do wish about Xbox, is they had more classics. But unfortunately, Sony has been around for much longer. Well, fortunately for people that have a PS3. But anyway, this is a new series, like I said, that explores epic / great, whatever you would like to coin it, boss fights that, you know, are in Xbox games and Xbox 360 games, obviously, of course, but PS3 hopefully soon, and old school PS2 games, PS1 games. But, you know, as it stands, I am an old school gamer. That's what I consider myself. I love boss fights. I love, you know, because if you played Genesis or if you played Super Nintendo or any of the older consoles, I mean, that's what everything was all about. You know, the game, if you're playing Mega Man, the boss fight is what it was all about. You know, Mega Man 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Mega Man 2 is awesome, if anybody has never played it. But, I mean, why have I, first and foremost, why have I chose Halo 2? Well, Reach just came out. You know, I played through this game earlier. I think this is on Legendary, by the way, so nobody asked me that. I don't know if it's on Legendary. I've been sniped by plenty of jackals in this game to think it's probably on Legendary, but, you know, I can't be sure. So if you were asking or planning on asking me that, well, now you know. But Halo 2, man, Halo 2 was a game that made a lot of changes. Some, you know, I think I'm in the majority of people that thought that some of them were very welcome and some of them were very not welcome. You know, it was the first to introduce health packs into the Halo series. Obviously, it's just the second one, but still, Halo 1 had health packs. This doesn't. You play as an elite and single player, not repeated again. You know, you could play as you could use the energy sword. You could dual wield. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that happened in Halo 2. That you could not do in the first one. A lot of changes that have stuck too. But the funny thing about Halo 2, and the reason why I wanted to use this first, is because this is the only Halo, with the exception of Reach, maybe because I haven't played it, so don't, you know, if you're like, oh, you know, Reach has boss fights, I haven't finished it yet, so it's a nice teabag on Tartarus. That's the last boss in this, by the way. But Halo 2 is the only Halo with boss fights, dedicated boss fights. And I like that because I like those instances in games where you had to fight a boss, last boss, any type of boss, and it was challenging. I mean, you know, I have my favorites. Let's see, the old guy, The End, I believe his name was, from Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. The 40-minute sniper fight, awesome boss fight. Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear Solid. I love Metal Gear, obviously, 2 examples. What else? Death from, Dracula from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Just boss fights to me are just what make a game, especially for a single player. You know, it's just something I love, and including Halo 2 in that is just quite natural. Again, because Reach just came out, but again, because this game only has 2 boss fights, I believe. I might be wrong, but you fight the Prophet of Regret, you know, and by I mean, like, Halo has boss fight-esque types of encounters, you know, where you're in a closed room and you have to fight a bunch of enemies. What I mean by boss fight is one person health bar or no health bar. You know, different forms. Obviously that doesn't apply in this game, but well, if you played it, it doesn't apply in this game. There's no health bars, but you know, it's just something that that to me is a criteria for a boss fight, I guess, if there was a criteria. But you know, this game, you're watching the ending right now, if you've never watched it. And the funny thing about this, you know, if you watch a good movie, what you're gonna remember most about a movie, not every movie, but what you're gonna remember most is the end. The end of this game was horrible. Like it was so abrupt for those of you who have played this game. You know, Master Chief, oh, I'm gonna finish this fight. You know, that's what he says right here. I'm gonna finish the fight. And Bungie and Microsoft and all the PR and advertisements decided to remind you of that over and over again after the game shipped. So, you know, or after the game shipped and as Halo 3 came out, you remember finish the fight, finish the fight. To me, that was just, yeah, finish the fight. And I remember that crappy ending that you guys slipped on everybody. So, but anyway, this is gonna be, again, just a lame excuse for me to play my old games, which I would love to do because they're collecting dust. Next up should be either Panzer Dragoon Orta, which most of you guys are like, what the crap did you just say? Trust me, it's awesome. Or Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, which is one of my favorite games of all time. But I have a bunch more games for Xbox and 360 that I'll probably dive into. Maybe Saren from Mass Effect. You know, who knows? That's what I want to get at. You know, if you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the comment. I don't know if this is going to be a great idea, but hey, it's just something to do, and again, to play my old games. But this is Mitsu. Thumb up, thumb down, subscribe if you want to see more. See you guys later. Have a great day, and peace.